I got here late. I wanted to find out what the demonstration was about. I understand it was the people saying no genetically modified organisms should be sold in San Francisco without being labeled or something. That's all I know.
That is correct. We're actually out here today because consumers have been let down by the government agencies who are supposedly responsible for regulating genetically engineered foods and crops. So we came out here today. I went into Safeway supermarket over here.
That's at 24th and Church and Market, excuse me.
Church and Market in San Francisco.
Yes.
I went into the store. I had purchased foods that have tested positive for genetically engineered ingredients. I also bought Safeway house brand products. But then came out and we dumped it in this biohazard container right here.
I see.
And I'm going to call the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency.
Here's some, all right. And you got some other stuff.
Other products, yeah. So people have, you know, there's a company that's done tests on these products.
Find out if they got genetic
modified ingredients in them.
I get the idea.
Boxing them up, we're going to call the
These are the biohazard boxes. This is good.
It's a biohazard. It hasn't been tested. We don't know the effects of these.
Could you sum up in a way, you know, like sort of on the global scheme, isn't it this whole genetically modified thing seems like the corporations are taking over the patents and cutting the little farmers out. They want multinational corporations, agribusiness, something like that. Yeah,
what you've seen in the last few years is a conglomeration and consolidation of seed companies and agrochemical firms. So the same company that sells the herbicide is also selling seeds that are resistant to that herbicide. So you are looking at the corporate takeover of our food system. Fewer and fewer companies are holding a bigger portion of the food supply. The concern is that they haven't done any long-term tests on the effects of these products on human health. They're in 60% of the processed foods that we're eating right now, or on the environment. You know, we're releasing thousands and thousands of these crops, plants in the environment all across the country, all across the globe. And we really don't know what's going to happen. It's self-producing pollution. Once you get it out there, there's really no way to recall it.
There's one thing that I would say is that if it's intellectual property, that means they've got the option to make money on it in perpetuity, according to them. And that seems immoral to me because they're drawing on community resources. These genetic patterns and stuff came from nature.
You're right, you're right. I mean, it's patenting of life. It's absurd that a company can actually stake a claim to a living organism, but we're seeing it now. By the end of this decade, every single gene on the human genome, that's 100,000 genes, will be owned by either a private company or the government.
To me, that's criminal.
It is criminal. It is criminal. You're looking at trees being patented. You're looking at insects being patented, plants, animals, you name it.
It's almost like piracy. You know, they're taking it away by robbery.
It's biopiracy. You know, the companies call it bioprospecting.
Bioprospecting,
Biopiracy is a better word. It's the equivalent of going into someone's house, stealing a television set, and then trying to sell it back to them. You know, you're seeing companies go down to South America. Here's this tree that has medicinal uses. We're going to patent it, and then we're going to manufacture the products and try and sell it back to you. It is absurd.